Greetings and salutations! Welcome to the 223rd episode of Twisted Strands. My name is Jeannie, but you can call me JD, and this episode is brought to you by Long Trail Brewing Company Sick Days. It's very bitter and heavy, and it's alright. I mean, I'll finish it, but I ain't gonna buy it again. So anyway, here goes nothing. Yeah. Anyway, how is everybody doing? I want to start off the episode by saying thank you to all the sweet people who responded on YouTube with a Happy New Year. Thank you, and I hope so far everything is going nicely for your new year and all that. So, anyway, let's get on. I haven't really done a ton of stuff. I haven't worked on my socks. I haven't worked on my daylight shawl. But I did finish something old. This is something I started a while ago. It is from the little kit that you can buy at most places where you can get books, even ones that aren't about crafting. And this is the Stormtrooper. And I was right about at the little black part of the legs there, and I stopped. So, no, actually, yep, that's right. Anyway, I think that's where I was at, and so I finished him up. I made him arms. I misplaced the black yarn from this kit, so I won't be able to make much out of that with black anymore, but here he is. He's cute. And so that's another whip taken care of. That's my only finished object this week. I did start something for the new year because I had to. I felt compelled to. I saw everybody else's new projects on Instagram and Facebook and all that. So what I did was I took some yarn that someone gave me that was just, I think she got it in a swap or something, and it was specifically dyed by her for making a Zuzu petal. Is it Zuzu petals? Hold on, let me look at my notes. Zuzu's petals. It's designed by Karina Spencer, and this is, the base is Alpaca and Merino by Plymouth, so I think it's called Surrey Merino. I'm using a size 8 knitting needle. I believe this is 24 inches. Doesn't look like 16 to me. And let me turn it so I can actually see myself. Here we go. It's pretty true to color. It's very pretty turquoisey blue. And as you can see, I'm finally reaching a transition. It's supposed to be a gradient, so I'm finally getting to a darker shade of this beautiful robin's egg blue. So I should be finished with this by next week's podcast. I'm really finding it an enjoyable knit, even though I seem to have problems with knitting lace. Mostly because I'm compelled to have something on the TV, and I'm not using a printed out pattern. I'm just using my iPad when I do it. So anyway, there it is. I think it shall be very pretty, and this is what I've been plugging away at for several days now. I started it on the 1st, and just so you can see a little preview of what I'm going to get through in colors. Isn't that lovely? So anyway, thank you, Leanne, for the yarn. I know you don't watch, but I don't care. I already thanked her in person anyway. So anyway, that's what I've been really working hard on. And yes, it's still recording. Oh, this freaking QuickTime is being a pain in my ass. You know, I haven't touched my wheel all week, and mostly because it's so freaking cold in the den where I keep my wheel because I don't want it in the living room where it takes up a lot of space. So either that will change or I will simply deal with the cold, because I really do want to reach my goals this month of spinning and finishing the pretty superwash merino that I got from Sock Bunny, who is Kimberly, who used to have the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit podcast, and she has her own Etsy shop, so I recommend it. She has a nice eye for color, and I'm spinning up a pretty green braid. I just split it in half and I'm fluffed it up and got it all ready to spin. I just have to bear the cold and get in there and spin it. So I told myself get it done by the end of the month. It's only the 5th? Yes, 5th, from what my computer says. So that's what that is. Anyway, what else is going on? I haven't been weaving. That's it. Mostly obsessed with the Zuzu's petals because it is fun and the color is really pretty. I did get a few magazines, so let me review one for today. And let's move on to Stuff and Junk, shall we? Now, Stuff and Junk, what have I been doing? In addition to the Zuzu's petals. I told you I was a slow knitter. Long time ago I admitted that I am slow, but I love it anyway. And here is one thing I've been looking at. I started this. I haven't picked it up again, but this is my official book that I am reading. It is called Twisted Threads, and it is a cozy mystery. Now, if you don't know, cozy mystery is a mystery that very much resembles the TV shows like Rose and Time. Or, you know, the Agatha Christie show, or it's something where the people are a group that they have a hobby or something around which it is centered. This one is centered around needlepoint, and I saw this on Goodreads and I wanted to see it and read it. And now this one is by Leah Waite, and this is the first of the books. So anyway, what I think about this one, it is pretty good to read. It, you know, like many murder mysteries, it's not very gory or anything. It's not very fast-paced, but it's just a nice, fun little light read. And I hope to read about 52 books. No, not 52. Good lord, am I nuts? 24 books this year. That's what I want to do. So I got a lot of reading to do. But then again, we're still in the first month. A week. And what else have I been doing? I've been watching The Magicians and People of Earth. I watched the latest episode of that. That is awesome. I recommend it. What else? Oh, and I finally saw this movie. It's old. Probably everybody else has seen it. It's more of a thriller. It is called Source Code, and it's about a gentleman who is forced to remain alive, but the world that he works within in the government is fake. But he's supposed to, his job is to find the person who bombed a train. So anyway, I'm not going to tell you anymore. It's kind of weird, but I still liked it. And that's why I'm recording late today. I wanted to finish the darn book. Would have preferred finishing the cowl too, but whatever. So this is one of the magazines I received in the mail. It's the latest issue of Knit Simple. I do subscribe to several books, and I do that because I have a thing about books, if you can tell from behind me. Most of it is books. There's some dolls. A lot of knitting needles, I can see those. But anyway, I really did enjoy this issue. It's got a few really rather nice Fair Isle projects. Here's a nice sampling of them. A few are hats. One is a baby sweater, and one is an adult's pullover, I believe. Let me see. I really like those mitts. Those are pretty. And the hats are nice. Yes, it's a pullover, but the baby cardigan is so sweet. I think those are very much knittable designs, very wearable, very attractive, not crazy. And it does have a Fair Isle bit of information about diving into Fair Isle. And then it has some rather pretty black and white decorations, and blankets, and pillows, and a bag, yada yada, you get the point. It's nice. And of course, it doesn't have to be these colors. It's got some, knit this weekend, wear this week. So it's got some really decent, attractive knitting projects. It's got a tote here, a hideous scarf. Not too fond of that fuzzy scarf, but hey, to each his or her own. Oh, and I do like that they have a section for men. Finally, somebody has things for men. That is not just one single damn thing in the magazine. Unfortunately, they're all freaking vests. Go figure, I don't think I've seen very many men wear vests, so I'm not sure how attractive this is going to be for men to wear, but they are nice vests. So, no sleeves, no sweats. Oh, what they say is to make us feel better about making vests. What's the best way around the sweater curse? Lose the sleeves. These basic classic sweater vests are sure to be a hit with your favorite fella. Like I said, I've never seen any guy that wore a sweater vest, but these look fun and attractive on the men, on the attractive men. And I just don't see very many guys that say, hey, I want a sweater vest, I'm gonna knit me one. Oh, and as an ending, it has crochet your way around 2 crocheted cowls. I like the blue one the best, I think, out of those 2. So all in all, a nice mixture of patterns and the info to make them. And of course they have these things that, win me, or in the US. A wonderful story that I did read about stockings in this one person's family. Marianne Curran wrote a beautiful essay about Christmas stockings, which is one of my things that I love to look at and see. So anyway, all in all, good issue. So if you see it on the newsstand and Fair Isle Projects or sweater vests interest you, go for it. It's worth the cover price. I'm going to keep my subscription to that. Next week I'll do another knitting magazine, and that's the show, I think, actually. Other than saying thank you again for watching, and please hit that subscribe button. I would love to hear from people who watch the episode. Oh, before I go though, let me give you some of my wishes for the new year that I promised you last week. Well, clearly the first wish is that the first goal is I'm going to keep podcasting every week. Excuse me, getting dry throat here. Keep podcasting every week. Oh God. I'm beginning to see why my dad called this tile cleaner. It says right on the label, knee deep in piney, spicy hot flavors. They're a little bit too correct in that pine note. Bit too much pine. Lay off the pine. Long Trail beers. For the love of God, don't do any more pine. Anyway. Oh, how long have I gotten? Oh, and it hasn't cut me off yet. I'm gonna have to splice it. Excitement. So anyway, do a podcast every week. The other one is to read 24 books. 2 books a month, we'll see. And I also want to knit at least 6 pairs of socks. And if you're wondering, Jeannie, are you going to count the simple skip socks as one of your pairs of socks? Hell yeah! I need as much help as I can get. Slow knitter. And what else? Oh, spin 1 skein of yarn a month. That would be fun. And find a job. And take care of myself. There you go. Those are some of my goals. I don't know what else next. But there you have it. Maybe I'll clean my room this year. Maybe not. Anyway. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you to the person that subscribed. Thank you so much for chiming in and saying Happy New Year. Mwah. I so appreciate all the people who watch my silly little podcast. It's been, 5-6 years now? So, anyway, thank you so much. And I will talk to you next Thursday. And that's it. Have a lovely week. Keep on stitching. And never forget, whenever you're doing crafts, from the simple to the heirloom knits or crochets, you are making the world a more beautiful place, and for that, I thank you. Thank you very much for watching. Love you. Bye-bye, everybody.